Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today on this video, I want us to talk about the so-called confession of Muzisibia and the way that Baloyi is busy with it, but there are some questionable things when it comes to it. Most importantly, one thing that I want to note is that Muhola and Gininda told the court that Muzi misled them in his confession, in his so-called confession. Yet Balo is still doing cross-examination on that. That's a bit weird for me. And okay, before we get into that, let's do this. So Muhola and Gininda, they said Muzi misled them on in his confession for the Senzo Meyiwa murder, right? And then they also mentioned that let me give you a brief. Moses Sibia is accused number one on the Senzumeyiwa matter, right? And also he became accused number one after being arrested in Tembisa. And there was a case of him being found with alleged drugs, alleged ammunition, etc., which he denied, but that case was in Tembisa court. Fine. But now for the Senzo Meyiwa case, Sibia's alleged confession was recorded by Captain Boto, Mhlanganyelwa Boto, and Brigadier Gininda was and what? Sergeant Muhola were both key investigators in the case, right? And in it, he allegedly implicated himself and other accused in that murder of Senzo Meyiwa. But the defense is arguing that the confession was obtained under duress, torture, or manipulation. And Sibia then, because he was being manipulated, he was being tortured, he signed whatever the police said he must sign. He signed all of that, even though he keeps saying that he did all of that because he was saving his life. Otherwise, he could have died if he did not do what they wanted him to do. And then when he came to court, he retracted the so-called confession, saying it was false and made under pressure from police and torture. So in the courtroom, there is a twist regarding this. Both Muhola and Gininda admitted in court that Muzisibia misled them during the confession process. They both admitted that. This revelation obviously is casting doubt on the reliability of the confession as key evidence for the state case, right? Also, if it happens towards the end, it is proven invalid, then that, in fact, them saying that it's misleading is also making it invalid. So if at the end of the case, it's also proven to be invalid, then it collapses part of the prosecution's case, right? And the defense is using this to argue that the investigation was flawed and possibly manipulated to secure arrest, right? And then there are things that the public is not happy with. The revelation also had reignited public debate about police methods, truth in confessions, and justice for Senzo Meyiwa. And then also the details of the confession on their own is that Usmia was with two gentlemen, Umarco and Makim Butelis. That's what the statement is about. And the other part that is of importance is that Usmia, in this so-called statement, said Usenzo was killed on a Saturday. Whereas we all know, which is the 25th of October, 2020, 2014, we all know Senzo was killed on a Sunday evening, 2014, on the 26th of October. Do you see that there is a lot of things that are not making sense there? And then the other thing that is also very questionable in that statement, it's just that I don't have it with me because I don't work there, is that there is somewhere where Ubaloyi was reading and then he said, and the accused said, referring to Marco or to Marco or to who's this person? Marco or Makimbu. And then I was like, that's so weird. Very, very weird. Very much weird, because how can this one said and I choose instead of, do you understand? Yeah. And then what I don't understand is that Gininda insists still, even after he admitted that, even both Gininda and Mukhola admitted that Sibiya misled them. Ne? Sibiya, on his other side, he says, I did not do no confession. They give me those details because they wanted me to do that on their own. They were giving me those names. They were giving me the story. I had nothing to do with that, but because I was being beaten and being tortured and all of that. So I had no choice but to agree with whatever they said I must do, sign whatever documents that they said I must sign. I was doing that to save my life. Fine. Now, what I don't understand, after they said it's misleading, why are we having a cross-examination regarding it? It's not important, Moss. So why are we having a cross-examination about it? I'm failing to understand that to all levels. Why is it forming part of cross-examination? It's a mystery for me. It's quite a mystery. Why are we having it as part of a cross-examination? But the so-called IO said it is quite. I don't understand. Anyway, I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm not I'm not in that fraternity, law fraternity, but still, or justice fraternity, but still, it doesn't make sense for me. And they supposed to leave it because that one is irrelevant to begin with? I'm not sure. So that's why I'm doing this video. I'm just sitting here thinking, yeah, Pilendo, where are we going with this, Baloy? Why are you asking about this? And also, I made a video where I was asking, where is Baloy going with all of this? Because Baloy is busy talking about everything else outside the 26th of October, but not the 26th of October 2014. So it's quite annoying, and it's also shocking that this is the method that he is going to use when it comes to this. Because Gininda and Mukhola have indeed considered that Sibiya's version was misleading, raising major questions on that part about the reliability of the evidence collected during the investigation. So then if he was misleading, why is Sibiya part of the accused? Why is Sibiya part of the accused? That also is not making sense. There is a lot of things that are very questionable when it comes to this situation, honestly. And Sibiya keeps saying they were trapping me. They were trapping me. I had no choice but to do whatever they said. So yeah, ne? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So everything that has to do with the Senzo Meyiwa case and the courtroom of Judge Rata, it's always drama. There's like Umama Senzo was right when she said that he drama nje into yaphayana. She was right. She was very right that he drama. Because as much as the confessions alone, they were showing signs of being not credible. But now for Baloyi to continue, this thing that he is doing is not different from him continuing to speak about accused number 5 contacting Kelly Khumalo after Vodacom said there was no calls between Kelly Khumalo and number 5. Vodacom said so. There are no calls between Kelly Khumalo and number 5. So how did the coordination happen if that was the case? So them using that, and also accused number 3's phone saying that he was in George Koch, and the pictures of number 5 saying he was also in George Koch. But Baloyi still continues to talk about Exhibit S. Baloyi continues to talk about the phone calls. Baloyi now is continuing talking about the confession of Sibiya. A confession that Sibiya is denying, saying that I did not do that. I was forced. I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Because now I'm like, something must not be right somewhere here. Whether we are the ones that are sick or the other ones are sick, something is not right. Something is going on and it's not going on in the right direction. I don't know. I could be very wrong. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? What do you think is Baloyi trying to do? Grasping at straws, perhaps? Why is the judge allowing him to do it? Why is the judge not saying no to Baloyi? Why is the judge not stopping Baloyi? There's a lot of questions that one must ask. Why is the judge allowing Baloyi to continue misleading now the court with his cross-examination of things that were said they were misleading? What is he trying to prove? Okay, maybe misleading is the wrong word, but what is he trying to prove by something that was said to be? I don't know, man. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Drop your comment in the comment section, and I want to hear your views because, wow, Baloyi is very busy. It's very busy, if you ask me, and it's quite tiring, guys. Honestly, it's tiring. Yeah, it's tiring, honestly. So, what are your views when it comes to this? Let's talk comment section. Also, please, guys, when you're making comments, please make sure you write things that I can understand. And to those people that write comments, they're coming for me for other matters that have nothing to do with my YouTube channel. Stop it, guys. Anoyiki. Stop it. Anoyiki. Anoyiki, serious. Anoyiki. Kaseniyazi loo nto leyo. Nonke. Anoyiki. If ndicinga fanuba, just know that anoyiki. I'll see you on our next video, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.